And we're back. So let's get our equipment done. I'm going the wrong way. Let's get our crescent shield. +5, and we're off. Look at this. I mean, the staggering per hit is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. So here's where the rest of the Duke's Archives is. And channelers. This is why you should use something like the Quelaag's Fury Sword or charcoal pine resin. So we can't get up. That's where we want to go. We want to get that staircase that's on that pillar turned 180 degrees, turned around. Can't do that quite yet, but we will. There's a crystal knight shield. The knight shield that's like just a crystal. It's not +1. It's just regular crystal knight's shield. That's somewhere in here, but I don't get it. It's in one of the. I'm fucking up right here, and the controller was being stupid. But this is like the main area that we have to deal with, pretty much, for the Duke's Archives. And then we get outside, and once we get outside, you know, things. There's a crossbow here that I refuse, like more so than any other item, to get. That has caused more deaths than I can count for me. The thing is, it's on top of one of these bookcases. It's actually in the other room, where we had to go up the lift. Now the thing is, it's called Avalon, and I have it. It took me, I think, 40 or 50 tries to get it, because the thing is, you have to get it as the staircase in the other room up high is turning freaking hard. I thought there was another guy that was shooting at me, but apparently not. Well, I'm pretty sure there was, but whatever. There's one of the chests, which is like at one of these end areas right here. One of them is a mimic, I think, but I don't think I encounter it. I'm not sure. And screw it. So there's a bonfire up there, but I'm not going to go there quite yet, because I don't want to have all these enemies to deal with again. I'm going to completely clear this area, and then we're going to continue on opening up the shortcuts, and then we will do the bonfire. But what we do need to get first is the tower key to Logan's thing. Now, if you accidentally hit him while he's in the cage, you can just warp. Oh, I think you have to get to that bonfire over there that I'm not going to go to yet. Then you can pardon, and then he'll be fine. But he'll like stand up and just like kind of be like, "What? Want to try this?" This is where you want to bring down the that lift that we had to deal because we want to bring that lift back down. That's for sure. And of course, this is the place where the channelers always respawn. And let's see. Yeah, so that one you have to jump off of that one onto the bookcase. If I'm facing down these stairs, it's on the right. Because there's a chest on there on top of it, and it's a pain in the ass to get. The Avalon is a crossbow that shoots. It's a 3-round. Shoots 3 rounds. Now, I've never found much use for crossbows, because bows you can actually aim and shit. But to each their own. So you have to roll off the edge, the lower half, the lower part right here. Yeah, so there's a chest right by where it says Dark Orb on my UI. I ain't getting that. Fuck that noise. I swear there was a chest in one of these areas. That's where you get the Crystal Knight shield. And I think the Crystal Ember too. And that's one of the few embers that you can give the giant blacksmith. He's like, ooh, shiny, give me. And then you offer it to him and stuff. Now, then he can make crystal stuff. I think that's the only one you give him. I don't know. So, while I be doing all this shit, I think I already asked this question before, but I'm gonna ask it again, because I want to know what music you guys are into. I have almost 7,000, I think it's almost 7,000 songs. I have like 6,800 songs of lots of types, but I do not, the thing is, I don't listen to country, don't listen to pop. When I say pop, I mean like the general stuff that everybody listens to. I don't listen to that crap. At all. Hate it. It's like, because everybody talks about it, gets annoying. I don't find it's you know, as good music at all. But to each their own. Unless you're talking about, you know, stupid things like boy bands and, you know, pop idols and stuff. And when I say pop idols, I mean stupid idiots like Justin Bieber. If you still like Justin Bieber, then even after all the shit he's done, I don't know what's wrong with you. Unless you're a believer, then whatever. Then just whatever. But here I'm gonna use a Lloyd's Talisman to check, and I mean, I don't know, I'm just wasting time right here. But Lloyd's Talismans have a secondary function where they will allow you to safely take the item from a mimic and not have to worry about attacking a mimic. See, like that, that's what would happen. It would just slowly open with all the... So there's a strong magic shield sorcery. So don't forget that. Anyways, as I was saying, music that I like a lot of electronic music. I love the stuff that, you know, chiptune, straight up dubstep. Like I'm not very knowledgeable on the different subgenres of dubstep and electronic. I know what chiptune is. Chiptune and dubstep are completely different things. Chiptune is like old school video game music. That's what it is. Dubstep, I just, you know, anything with wubs is what I think is dubstep. Listen to a lot of that. There's a few, been kind of getting a post-hardcore kick, kind of like things where they scream and they sing and they have very melodic tunes to them. I really like that. I don't like some deathcore, grindcore stuff. Not big on. A lot of it I'm not too big on, because for me it's like too heavy. Use a spell, because he'll just, you know, shoot arrows at you constantly. But anyways, I'm not too big on it because it just sounds like too much of a mess, I guess you could say. Like it doesn't have structure. It just sounds like everybody's just jamming as hard as they can. There's a channeler set. Now, there's one that I do like because it does have a little bit of melodic melody to it. There's the cell key that we need, and we actually get the symbol of avarice from doing this. I think it's a better chance of doing it if you have so there's an enchanted falcon, and then we just spam the crap out of this guy, and we'll get the symbol of avarice, which lets you get a little bit more souls, but I think it slowly depletes your HP. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And there's a crystal ember. Now, as I was saying, deathcore, grindcore, it just sounds too heavy. Like things like I Declare War. I do like that. I have, I think, all their albums, and I think their Malevolence album is like my favorite out of all of them, because I think, because one of their songs like opens up with like just the guitar, like it's like, it sounds so good, and it just like does a very rhythmic, you know, like heavy riffs and stuff like that. So here we're gonna run back and free Logan, because the first thing, actually, I'm stuck. Break that. Oh, anyways, yeah, we have to go up here. But anyways, or you could have gone either way, but I chose the latter. So stuff like that. I like Dragon Force, dope. A lot of the main big dubstep artists that you know, Feed Me, Skrillex, let's see what else. Zomboy. Those kind of, you know, big artists like that I do like. I also like a lot of independent artists. Like, I think I found 400 songs just by going on to Bandcamp and like, oh, that's cool looking artwork. Let's listen to this and see if it sounds good. And for Bandcamp, I don't normally go for dubstep because it just doesn't sound like, I look for like hard hitting, very loud and wubtastic dubstep. And some of it just, they say it's dubstep, but it's not, and stuff like that. But if you go to like, you know, metal and stuff, there's quite a few that I do like. Caitlin Can Wait, which was I think under metal or something like that. That's like my favorite out of all of them. And then there's, I think, Decode with their self-titled EP. One of their songs is about like Raven from Teen Titans, which is so cool. The song's name is Trigon, which is fucking amazing. But I think one of my favorite artists is somebody who goes by a character's name, but still delivers very good dubstep that's not part of the fandom. I mean, there's a couple that are related, but like, if you look, like, I'm talking about Vinyl Scratch, aka DJ Pony. That artist is on iTunes. Some of the songs, but the artist, I think the person's actual name is Tommy Scratton from like the Czech Republic or something like that. And holy crap, like, if you listen to stuff from very early on, it's very slow, like as if he's trying to like figure out all these different, figure out the tools still. But then when you get to like the Skanker EP or My Little Bass Cannon or Scream Me Some More, and the Diverse EP, or I think it's just called Diverse, it's really good. It's very like, I wouldn't say melodic because it's not metal or something like that, but it's just really good. And that guy knows how to deliver when it comes to dubstep music. I'm following him on SoundCloud, and no matter what it is, I like what he posts or something, because he never reposts anything. He always uploads his own things. Anything that he uploads, I just can't wait. That's why I go check SoundCloud every day. I'm like, did he upload a new song? Because I gotta hear it, because it's really, I love his style. I do love other styles too, but you know, nobody compared to DJ Pony, apparently. Like I said, it's just a persona, and ooh, that looks pretty. Like, I'm listening to him right now with one headphone off, so I can, you know, hear for ambient sounds or something like that. But the Skanker EP was the first one I heard about. Like, I found it by accident or something, and I'm like, what is this? And this is when I first got my Audio-Technica headphones, and then I play the song Making Moves. I'm like, okay, like, I play them all. I'm like, okay. And then I get to the last one, which is Making Moves. Holy crap. Now, here I did not notice Logan, so I actually went to the bonfire just to cut away for a sec, to see if he would, because I didn't see him at all. I thought he was one of those little orb things. Anyways, but like, let's say, like, I love so much music. I have, what is it, 6,880 songs on my computer. I have a couple songs that are not on my computer because I had to reset my computer completely. But I backed everything up, of course. Like, I have a bunch of We Came as Romans. Like, some of that stuff isn't on there. I think that's all. But buy all 3 of his spells. You have to. Otherwise, you kind of SOL there. So he will talk about how he's gonna like talk about. I think he maybe earlier, but he talks about how Seath is a true undead. Like, you have to destroy the primordial crystal for you to be able to actually attack him. Now here, I don't know why I wasn't able to sit at the bonfire, so I chose to override it by using a homeward bone. So if you ever have that problem, just do that, and you should be fine. But anyways, like, let's see, like, Demon Hunter destroyed Devil Wears Prada, Excision's okay. Like, I like his Shambhala stuff. Five Finger Death Punch. All these things, like, name something that's related to rock or metal that's kind of heavy or melodic. I'm pretty sure you're gonna, yeah. I do like a lot of, like, I wouldn't say funeral doom, but like doom metal. A lot of doom metal. Like, my favorite metal band in general is Swallow the Sun. I can't get enough of them. I mean, I haven't listened to them in a while, but holy shit. All their stuff is amazing. I found them on Slacker Radio just by pure happenstance. I'm just like, I see this picture, I see the album artwork, which is just like, it's from their album The Morning Never Came, and that was their first actual album, and oh my god, that just blew me away. So there's the gold crystal golem, and if you look at the trees, like right where my UI was like 3 seconds ago, that's kind of the general area where the crystal armor is. Just crystal armor, not the great sword, great shield, because you can just buy that from the explorer dude under the bridge in Firelink Shrine. But I just love so much music. So here I have this glitch where it's like, oh shit, and I tried to like just kick her, so I get, because if you like kick her with your foot, you do not aggro the anybody. You don't aggro. But I kind of fucked up because you have to hit the control stick up at the same time. I think it's because I was using a curved sword. So what I do here is I'm gonna warp away, go to the pardoner, request absolution, which for me is like 400,000 souls. So thank God I had that Ring of Revival. But anyways, and this is, you can warp to and from. This is the Duke Archives bonfire. Anyways, music. Oh, I love so much of it. Like, now since I do like, the My Little Pony, Total Bronian. You can see it on my banner on my channel. Says it right there. But anyways, I looked up like fandom songs, and the people who actually make the songs are they're really good. I mean, they also make non-fandom related songs as well. But like, I went to Bandcamp, found mega compilation albums that have all these different artists and stuff, and I would have never heard of them had I not gotten those albums, and a lot of that music is really good, and I really like it. There's metal songs, there's rap songs, I think there's jazz and a lot of electronic songs, which is it's fine with me. I love the electronic songs, but like if you bash I bash country and pop because I hate it. I can't. The only country song I like is the intro song to True Blood, which kind of got like a darker tone to it, and I like it, like a darker and harder tone. But the thing is, like, if you bash on, like, let's say if you bashed on pony music because it's related to ponies, if it's a good song, then it's a good song. I mean, like, I hate country, but I like the True Blood opening because it's a good song. I like it. 396,000 souls. So thank God for that ring of sacrifice. Like, I have. Like, I have pretty much all the albums of, like, In Flames, and I only listen to a couple of them. But I'll just it's, it's good music and stuff like that. Like, for example, I have one song by the Insane Clown Posse. I'm not big on rap. I like Eminem's, a couple of Eminem songs, like all the better known songs. Especially Lose Yourself. That's my favorite out of all of his songs. But Eminem songs are funny. They're like supposed to be comedic in a way, I guess. But I love his music. I love some of his music. Now the Insane Clown Posse song, which is "Fuck the World," I like that song because it's the only song I really can listen to. I listened to a bunch of others. Like, for my friend, I downloaded everything because he loves Insane ICP. So I just downloaded all the albums for him, put it on iTunes so I could put it onto his iPod, which I did, and I immediately deleted all of them, but the "Fuck the World" song because I do like that one. So to me personally, that's a good. I mean, it's not a good song, but I like it. So, if you bash on songs just because it's related to something, then just give it a try. Like, if you've never heard of it, it's like, oh, you like ponies? I don't like pony music. Listen to the music, and if it's generally a good song, then there you go. You like that music. But, to each their own. I'm just saying, like, that's me personally. Like, I think some people should just try something. And if they don't like it, that's fine. Here, just keep on running. That crystal golem that we just passed will follow you. And that tunnel there you can walk on, even though it doesn't look like it. And you can get that item, but I'm not going to. I think it's just a soul. Now, if you paid attention, there's a moonlight butterfly. There's 2 of them in this level. You don't have to fuck with them at all. And they won't fuck with you unless you're like really close to them or if you attack them. And it's kind of hard to. They can blue titanite slabs, but 1, it's rare, and 2, it's really hard to get that item to drop. So this is going to be something I've never tried before, but from what I learned, do this. That crystal golem down there has fucked me over so many times. Get your great bow. Shoot him once. I was planning on going to just shoot him, but since he aggroed already... Watch. If we go... So you can see a little marker. He's walking on air. And then he'll do that attack, and he'll fall down. Now, the thing that sucks about this place is that it's invisible platforms. But the 2 that I go on pretty much just run straight. But the thing is, if you see, like, how you can see the little particle effects from the snowflakes, pay attention. Pay attention. Now, the one that I will drop off here, where that is, you can go under, you can turn around and go under, and you will see where that little light, that white light over there, that is the blue Titanite slab. I ain't gonna get that, because it's not a straightforward path. It's very 1D, so you really have to take your time with it. So here, I actually stop for a sec, because I need to align myself just right. So actually, there's 3. There's one over there, where you can get another item, but that's only if you fall down further where that other crystal golem is, which I'm not going to do. So, yeah. And there's also those weird clam dudes from Ash Lake here. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. I think I can see 4. But, you know. If you're swarmed by enemies, but you're keeping them back a little bit, like, you know, staggering like this, definitely use the right stick to your advantage. Like, once you've locked on, you can tap in whatever direction that the next enemy is, like, relative to the enemy that you're already locked onto. Like, the one that's off to the left, tap the control stick to the left. And I'm having weird jumps here. I mean, look at this. But anyways, do that, and you can, like, you know, you'll change who you're locking onto. Now when you kill the enemy, it will automatically switch over to the closest enemy to you. But you can voluntarily change it. Now, this is where the actual boss fight for Seath is. And you can see that glowy bit. That is the primordial crystal that we have to destroy. Let's see. Now, the thing is, I tried to use gold pine resin, but since these are boss weapons, I can't do that. Because, you know, fire and lightning, kind of OP as shit. But, you know. So, if you remember Seath from the opening, he looks very different than he does now. He's very covered in crystals and a lot paler, from what I remember. And I think I don't know if he had eyes or not, but he looks more crystalline, I guess. So I think he's gone insane as well. But before you do anything, turn the fuck around and destroy that. Because if you don't, you cannot kill him. And it also stuns him for a bit too, so you can actually get behind him. Now what you want to do here is actually get behind that first tail. And you can cut this middle one. Cut the middle one, but be careful, because you can actually I think they updated it to where instead of actually having to go up to the tail and pick up the item that's attached to it, it just immediately gives you the item. So as long as if you cut this tail, which I will do successfully, you will get a weapon from the previous game, pretty much. Now here I'm actually worrying about my curse stuff, because if I get cursed, I will die, and I'll have to start that whole run, make that whole run all over again. And that crystal golem that I shot an arrow at, he respawns. I think everything but those butterflies, those moonlight butterflies, I don't know if they respawn. And those moonlight butterflies in the crystal caves do not give you their souls, so you can make the other boss item. So if you really want to have your there we go. So see that? So before it would have been that his cut off tail would have had physics, and it would be the item would be in there. But if you cut it off while he was his tail was inside the wall off to the right or something, then you're kind of gonna have to, you're kind of shit out of luck. Like, that was before the update. And here's where his weak spot is, but I would not, that's where his weak, where you can get the most damage. So that animation right there, what would happen is it would just keep on looping the animation over and over, and I would not get my curse build up at all. Like, it wouldn't be built up or anything. It would just kind of, I'd just keep bouncing up and down. I wouldn't know if I'm getting damaged or not. So there, see that? That's like 300 damage or something. I don't know if it, but getting that big bulbous belly, definitely go for that if you can. Like, get a few hits, and as he's starting to charge up his crystal attacks, do that. So, but you really want to get your resistances way up. Like how my curse is, that's like insanely high. Like, by default, it's like tiny compared to everything else. So there's a bequeathed Lord Soul Shard, and I don't know if you can warp back to this bonfire. I don't think you can. But what we are going to do, go to the Duke's Archives. I was actually accidentally doing the using the control stick instead of the D-pad. That's why I was kind of fucking up. But what you want to do is you want to go to the Duke's Archives, talk to Logan, make sure he's kind of like, who are you? Get away from me and stuff like that. But he's not aggroing on you. That's not where you're going to aggro. So if we go over here, we just talk to him, and then we will warp to Anor Londo, and we'll have to come back here. So he's like gone. He's kind of losing his shit. So we've talked to him. Now we're going to warp back to Anor Londo, and then we're going to come back here and go the same way we did when we had to die. We have to go up there and we'll find Logan just completely naked except for his giant hat. And there will be a chest which has White Dragon Breath, which is, I think, the culmination of his work. I think he also drops like 10 Crystallization Catalyst, which is the best catalyst in the game in terms of attack power. But the problem is that it will cut the uses in half, like how it says 24 for Dark Orb. It would say 12 for if I was using the 10 Crystallization Catalyst. That's why I don't use that or the Manus Catalyst. The Manus Catalyst doesn't have as much attack power as the Crystallization, but it still cuts it in half, and it's pretty close. It's like 40 damage off or something like that. But I just use the regular, like these normal ones. You know, Sorcerer's Catalyst is good enough for me. I do like the Izalith Catalyst, which is a sure drop from the one of the Daughters of Chaos, which we will see in a later episode. I need to, because right now I have episodes 17, 18, and I'm recording the audio for 19 right now, but I have 17, 18, and 19. And once I'm done recording the audio for this, I'll be ready to I need to render all three of them. I need to render 17, then 18, then 19. I need to render 17 so I can delete the raw file for 16 and 17 every time in the face. Yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah. So White Dragon's Breath is a very unusual spell. I only have only one instance. I've only gotten it once because I never really bothered, and it's a really simple quest line to get it, but I just never did it. I just kind of blazed through the game a few times, but it's the best crystal spell in the entire game, as far as I know. I'm guessing it's arguably the best spell in the game. I'm not sure. Like a spell, like sorcery, maybe. That Crystal Knight that was here wearing that Crystal Knight, the crystal armor. He used to respawn, but now he doesn't because he's, you know, a unique enemy. So here's Big Hat Logan, all crazy. I mean, he's not hollowed, but he's just lost his shit. So, oh, and if you go up here, there is a soul of a, I think soul of a great hero or soul of a hero. And it's the only thing up here. I'd go around to check and see if there's, yeah. It's the biggest soul you can get. There's only like one or two, I think 2 of them in this game per playthrough. Only 2 of them, and they give you like 20,000 souls each. So, they're very useful. But anyways, so if we open up this dark chest, there, oh, well, you get the large magic ember there. And I was looking around to see how, like, where's White Dragon Breath? White Dragon Breath, Big Hat, and the Tin Crystallization Catalyst. So those are the 2 things he managed to create before he went batshit crazy. So now we're going to warp back, and we are going to make a run for the White Lady in right before the Demon Ruins, because I do not have that warp point available, because I chose not to be like, hey, let's go here. Or I chose to, what the fuck am I saying? I chose not to sit at that bonfire, because I would have had to deal with you know, going all the way back up anyways. Instead of warping back with the homeward bone. So say yes. You have to say yes if you want to continue this quest line. So she'll go away. I don't know where she'll go to, but you'll encounter Siegmeyer in the Lost Izalith, which is our next location. And that's where it gets kind of tricky. And same with Solaire Vestora. So what I'm going to do is, now, if you guys noticed my stat screen, like where it's like my Covenant, between episodes I went and did, not this episode and last episode, but like between sessions I went and rejoined with the Warrior of Sunlight, just to be like, oh shit, I have to join the Chaos Servant Covenant anyways. Now, we did not fight Kirk the first time, so I don't think we're going to get his armor, but but you can get his armor if you fight him in the depths. I forgot the second place where you fought him. But Lost Izalith is the last place that you fight him in. And you definitely want to do that. Here is where we're going to get the Beatrice set. Because you get Beatrice's Catalyst and the Witch's set. And I would not try and jump over that tiny little gap. I've never tried it. Not going to risk it. Especially not right now. But, I can't stress this enough. I've already said it before, but I cannot stress it enough. Get the Fury Sword. The Chaos Blade is pretty good, but it's going to hurt you every time you use it. It's like Makoto from Demon Souls, where it will slowly drain your HP. The Fury Sword does not, however, and it is the actual boss weapon of Quelaag in the fight, that she actually uses in the fight. But if you have the Chaos Blade... Oh shit, shouldn't have changed to Forest Hunter. I should have just gone to, gone back to Forest Hunter, and then I can, I think I'm going to do that between episodes real quick, because I can warp down here, and I almost probably died there, but whatever. And I know the frame rate's bad, it's just because of this location. And I try to keep it as smooth as possible by not looking out into everything that it's loading or whatever, or rendering or whatever. But down at the bottom, pretty close to this wheel, and the wheel is being operated by hellhounds, or red hellhounds. So the thing is, if you're a Forest Covenant person, you will the Shiva will be down in the lowest area here, and I think it's cut, but I think it's cut cut content or whatever. But he because he betrays the Forest Covenant, and then he talks about the Chaos Blade. I think it's cut content. I'm not sure. I've never had it happen to me before, because I've never really... I think I've gotten to him as a vendor once, and then never again. I've never tried to go for a whole 100% playthrough, like, at all. But it's... I always wanted to try it, like, especially with the harder... the goals of getting the... You can get a Titanite slab by finishing the Sieglin's quest line, and then you can get Solar Vestor if you get it right. If you get it right, you can have him aid you in the final boss battle, which I've never had happen to me. But like, I've never had the alternate Wraith storyline. I've never had the Shiva, because Shiva's like, give me the Chaos Blade or whatever, and he'll attack you or something like that. But off camera, I will give her I'm going to give, once I join this covenant, I'm going to give 30 humanity to this covenant, so I can get that shortcut opened. So once you join the covenant, just get 30 humanity. I already have 16 here. And so with that, which is a ring she thinks you're Quelaag, but whatever. I will see you guys later.